What's going on, everyone? So, welcome to the latest live stream. This is our second of the day where we did our collective top 100 list over the course of 4 live streams. It was quite a bit. We are on our 16th one. We're in alphabetical order. We did Blade Runner, just finished that one. And then, of course, we have to talk about Blade Runner 2049 because the three of us agreed that we got to add this one to the list as well. For those of you that don't know about Blade Runner 2049, it is, of course, the sequel to Blade Runner, which came out in 1982. Blade Runner 2049 follows Detective K, who is, of course, played by Ryan Gosling, and he discovers a long-buried secret that leads him to track down a former Blade Runner who's been missing for 30 years. This was a film that it won 2 Oscars. Let's see if I can get it right on one go. Cinematography and visual effects, but it also managed to scoop up several other nominations, including sound editing, sound mixing, and production design. It was unfortunately not a box office success, which, according to Marv, means that it wasn't a good film. I'm kidding.
What won score that year?
What won score? I believe it was Shape of Water. Alexander Desplat.
Okay.
It is a great score.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Although, to be fair, Blade Runner 2049 was not nominated for original score, shockingly. It was.
It is a score. I don't know.
It's a great score. I think it was one of those things where it was on the short list that year, but
that's crazy.
Unfortunately wasn't nominated. Actually, Hans Zimmer had another film that got nominated that year. It was for Dunkirk. So Dunkirk score versus Blade Runner 2049.
That's a tough year.
Yeah. Honestly, 2017 was a killer year for film in general. So the fact that we got a sequel to Blade Runner, I mean, I'm going to start this live stream saying this. I was optimistic about this sequel because of Denis Villeneuve. Like, at this point in my life, I knew he was the director that did Prisoners, which I loved. I knew he was the director that did Sicario, which I really, really loved. And then he also did, of course, Arrival. So for me, he was 3 for 3. So I was very excited for this film.
You didn't see Enemy yet?
Oh, sorry?
You didn't see Enemy yet?
Oh, no. Enemy. Forgot about Enemy. Enemy, I had also... Actually, Enemy I had seen several times up to this point. So he was 4 for 4. So I was excited about that, but I was also nervous because the commercials for the film were really making it seem like it was going to be an action blockbuster. And I knew that the film wasn't going to be that. In fact, I took one of my friends and his friend to see the film. And right away, I told them, like, guys, this is not going to be an action film. And they were like, how do you know? You haven't seen it. And I'm like, because I've seen the original. And the original is not what I would call an action film. It's a moody sci-fi piece. I'm like, if anything, this is going to be one of the most expensive art house films. And as it turns out, I think I was right. Like, this film feels like an art house film. It moves at an art house pace. It is slow burn. Its emphasis on visual storytelling is unmatched. The fact that Denis Villeneuve was able to convince Warner Brothers and other companies involved saying, hey, let's do an almost $200 million budget film of that cult classic that didn't even break even 30 years ago or 35 years ago. Let's do that. The fact that he was able to do that, it's awesome. Guys, what are your thoughts on this film?
I had a kind of similar reaction to when I first saw Blade Runner. I didn't love this movie when I first saw it. I think what got me to come back to it was the cinematography, obviously the color grading and the score. The story didn't win me over right away. And I think the pacing is what really took me off guard when I saw it the first time. Because I had a similar reaction to Marv where I was like, this is just kind of boring. But again, over time, when I was in the right mood, when I actually paid attention more to the story, I actually grew to like it more. But, definitely what stood out was the visuals and the score. That's what really brought me back. Because it made me think about it. Because I watched it, I thought it was just okay. And then the next day, I watched the movie again.
Really? So you saw it twice in 2 days?
Yeah, I saw it twice. Now, like, what average, movie would want you to come back to watch it a second time?
A lot. That happens more than you guys think.
It never happens to me.
I know people who've seen movies. They'll go to the movies on Friday, and they'll get the movie. They'll like the movie, so they get it on bootleg, and they'll watch it all weekend.
Even if they didn't like the movie or they thought it was average?
No, if they liked it, they'll get it on
bootleg. I thought it was
bootleg.
average, and I went back to it the next day.
Yeah. So you can imagine somebody who likes a movie, buys it on bootleg, and then watches it all week.
That
Mind
was
you,
lucky
I'm
Chad.
not talking about myself. I'm talking about like people that I know. Like you ever
Marv,
see
how many times did you see Blade Runner 2049 in theaters?
in theaters?
0. He saw a bootleg 5 times.
I saw it. I saw it at the theater. I saw it. I saw it in Springfield. I didn't see it in IMAX though, which I'm sad about. But I saw it in theaters. I saw it on Discount Tuesday because I got off. I worked at the theater at that time, and I got off at like 6:30. And I said, "Can I get in the Blade Runner?" They said, "Yeah, it's filling up though." And I went and saw it. I remember that. I remember I had a good time watching it. It was really good. Good score. Good visuals. Um,
How many
not
times did
real
you see it in theaters?
just once. Just once.
What?
I wrote.
Really?
Yeah, just once. I don't feel like this is a like go see it again type movie. But
I saw it 3 times. Actually, so I have recollection of seeing it 4 times, but I can only find 3 ticket stubs. So I guess it was 3 times. I saw it October 5th, October 20th, and October 29th. And I took one of my best friends to see it the first time. And this was when I had just gotten Movie Pass. And Dolby, as you guys know, was something that was just getting introduced into AMC. And I think up to that point, the only Dolby film I had seen was Wonder Woman, which I thought was solid in terms of that experience. But he was like, "Why don't we see Blade Runner in Dolby?" And I told him, I'm like, "Well, unfortunately, it's not a part of the Movie Pass package, if you will." And so he was like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can just see it in regular." One of my big regrets is not paying the extra money to actually see this in Dolby, because this is probably one of those films where it would have been absolutely otherworldly in Dolby. Like, can you imagine it during those scenes where just any of the vehicles are moving and the seats are rumbling? Like, this is a film that's made for the theater.
Did you ever consider seeing it in 3D?
I don't think it was a 3D film, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it came out in 3D.
Oh, okay.
double
But
check. I think I think
in
it might have been in 3D.
it might have.
You got to check. Check it again.
Let me
Like,
see real quick.
I think with the holograms, it'd be pretty cool in 3D.
Oh, okay. All right. I was wrong. Yeah, it looks like it was 3D, 2D, and then IMAX formats. Okay. I mean, I would have to do some research on if it was up converted or if it was the type of situation where it was filmed in it. I think I have my answer though. But I mean, I just want to see this again on the big screen. Like, this is one of those films where I'll never forget seeing this the first time. I will never forget seeing it. And my friend and his friend, they both really liked it. But the people behind me, they're like, "I've never heard so much bass in a film that doesn't have that much action." And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, this is exactly why I was saying that the trailers really shouldn't be advertising the minuscule action that actually happens in the trailers, because it's not what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get an action film in this. You're gonna get a slow burn film that you need to pay attention to. There's not that many explosions, if you will. Oh, so that I remember.
I think that it's not explosions. I think it's just too long.
Oh, I think the pacing's honestly amazing.
Don't
For me.
say it, please. I need you to put that
I did
sentence
no,
back into your mouth.
I genuinely think it's awesome, because one of the things that people often mistake is fast editing being good at all times. Sometimes it's cool to have it where scenes actually last more than 10 seconds. Like that scene where not my apologies, not Deckard, Kay is visiting the ruins looking for a certain person.
That's my favorite scene.
It's awesome. It's awesome. He's just looking around. And
You're talking
are
about the
getting
beginning?
No, this is like towards
it's
the
towards-
later stages where he's
Yeah,
walking with the
towards the end of
statues.
the
Pretty much when everything is orange.
Yes. It's like towards the end of the
Oh.
second act.
Oh, I won't lie. I won't lie. Visually, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But that was entirely too slow.
Oh.
It was.
I think
Phil agrees with me.
Well, Filmento, I guess, is right then. No, I'm kidding. I think it's great, not only because you're getting introduced to a setting that you're not familiar with at the same time the character is. So it's exploration. It's added world building. It's also at the same time wondering what's going to happen next. And even on rewatches, I still love it because it's just so gorgeous. And it's one of those things where I could imagine in the hands of another director where it's like super fast cut editing. It's like cut down to a minute. And it's like, well, that's not what we need.
You don't want to see the Michael Bay cut of this?
I do. I do.
Please no, Marv. I like Michael Bay, but I do not want to see a Michael Bay cut of this film.
The sad part is that Michael Bay probably would do a great Blade Runner sequel, but he won't get the respect because people don't like him. But I think he'll do a great Blade Runner. He has the intelligence to put together a great package. It's
Marv,
just that what?
Listen.
He can't keep the camera still for more than 1 second.
That's not true. He's done that before. He's done
Marv,
it.
listen, you sent me years and years and years ago that Patrick Williams video about Michael Bay being an auteur. I watched the video and it did change me. I have a different perspective on Michael Bay. I do have respect for him, but I would not want him directing a Blade Runner film. No offense to him. I just don't think that it would be a match made in heaven.
I think Pearl Harbor told us that.
No, Pearl Harbor is different. Pearl Harbor is a failure for, I would say,
a lot.
Some would say many reasons. I will just name two. Number one, it was a movie greenlit by Concept, okay, and he jumped at the opportunity, which was his right, and I understand why he would do that because they thought at the time that because James Cameron did such a great job with Titanic, all right, that's what's in now. We have to sell spectacle, a historical spectacle. And then they made Pearl Harbor and they got Michael Bay to do it. And I think that when you think about it in hindsight, you can see like, I can see how that could work, but he tried to copy James Cameron. And like, have you never noticed it's 3 hours? Why is Pearl Harbor 3 hours long? It's ridiculous.
I could tell you why, even though I've only seen it once, I could tell you exactly why.
You've only seen it once?
I've only seen it once, but I know exactly why. Like the first act is you're getting to know the characters before they, get there and everything. And then by the end of the first act, they're actually there and they're still having some romance and everything. And the second act is literally the entire Pearl Harbor action set piece. And then the third act is, well, we don't want to end on a downer, so we got to showcase the aftermath and how we got them. We got the Japanese. That's the movie.
But I feel as though like the second thing is, well, I said the first one was greenlit by Concept. The second thing is that he wasn't the right guy for Pearl Harbor. Like
so he wasn't the right one for Dune either. Then
I didn't say Dune. I said
Dune, sorry,
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Like Michael Bay, this isn't a historical spectacle movie. This is how Chad would say, a noir. Michael Bay knows genres. He could switch genres and not do action. He could do a moody piece. He could do that.
When has Michael Bay ever not done an action film?
His moodiest piece was The Island, probably.
Pain and Gain, Chad.
Pain and Gain is 100% an action film. I don't care what anyone says.
Pain
and Gain is 100% action.
Is his least action film.
Yeah, I cannot imagine him directing Blade Runner 2049.
Hold up, but you love Pain and Gain, so you saw his range.
I do, but I like Pain and Gain a lot. I've been on the record as saying that I think it's a misunderstood film, but that doesn't mean I think that
you don't think that he would. You don't think that he would bring a different flavor, like mind you, he would still be on task, but he brings just a little bit of sauce.
See, I feel like you're saying sauce, but I think what you actually mean is him bringing cocaine into the mix.
No,
and Blade Runner is more of like.
I'm not saying bring his regular lunacy. I'm not. I don't want him to bring his lunacy from a lot of his more bombastic. No, not all of his movies, because all of his movies are not like that. They are all a little bit unhinged, but I think Blade Runner could use that. Especially
him directing Jared Leto in this movie.
I'm putting it this way. Imagine Michael Bay. Like if you tell him, Michael Bay, you can go crazy with these replicants. He's gonna make what? Have you ever seen The Island? It is awesome.
Yes, I've ranked all of his films. Remember, I've ranked all of his films.
You guys like The Island?
I own The Island. It's one of the
You
best.
own it?
It's one of the best 2.5 out of 5-star movies
Is
I've
that
seen.
a Matrix ripoff?
No,
Oh, it's a Matrix it's a ripoff of like every sci-fi.
it
film.
is. It is.
But it is
Actually,
entertaining. It is
I'll
entertaining.
I'll I'll tell you this right now. So you two have never seen this movie, but there's a movie called The Maze Runner of the Scorch Trials, right?
I've seen the first one.
I've unfortunately seen all of them.
No, I've seen 3 of them. I just have no memory of the other 2.
So the second one, I brought it on Blu-ray 10 years ago, and I sat down to watch it. It was that, Jurassic World, and Mad Max Fury Road. And that was first because I'd seen Jurassic World, and I'd missed Mad Max, and I had missed Scorch Trials. So I was trying to catch up. So I put on Scorch Trials in about 20 minutes in, Chad, and we know the beginning of the island, right?
Yeah.
You know, all right. Chad, not only is it the exact same movie, it is the exact same movie of like 5 other movies. I couldn't believe what I was watching. The blatant, what is it called? Not ripping off. It is ripping it off. What is the word that we're using?
Homage.
No, not homage. Plagiarism. Plagiarism.
Oh.
The blatant plagiarism was crazy, right?
Well,
Now,
and that's
and
the
I know
funny
that we
thing.
said that The Island was a ripoff, right? I'll give you that. However, I look at it as like a throwback. Can we call it a throwback?
We could call it a throwback. But the funny thing is that film that paid homage to a lot of sci-fi films of the 70s and 80s, which by the way includes Blade Runner, cough cough.
So let's get him in there too. Let's get him in. Let's get him on board. Blade Runner 2099. Let's get it.
But Marv, you forget one of the reasons why that movie is a guilty pleasure of mine is because the film tries to be moody and serious for the first act. And then what happens in the second act?
Mm-hmm.
We get Unleashed the Bayhem, which is entertaining, but the first
Mm-hmm.
act is saying like, what if these individuals had consciousness? Huh? And then the second act is like, what if these beings had explosions? Huh?
He's
You
not
know what I'm
concerned
saying?
about philosophical discussions.
Yeah, like those philosophical
He has
discussions.
no attention span for that.
But I see. I don't like that because it's not true. Everybody has noted how smart Michael Bay is, how
We don't
talented.
see that in any of his movies.
That's not true. Pain and Gain is fantastic. Chad, tell him.
Okay. There's some nuance to this discussion, though. Pain and Gain, he's tackling the dumbest people of all of his movies. Like, they're so dumb. They're so dumb.
And it's a true story.
Yes.
They're so dumb that it makes them smart.
That's what you're going for,
I
Chad?
think no. What I was going to say is Michael Bay is a smart businessman. His movies, they're very profitable and everything. His movies, in terms of the writers he chooses, they're not the strongest written.
That's crap because the guy who wrote The Island wrote your favorite movie this year in F1. So you cut that out. You cut
F1's
that
not my favorite movie.
Well, I said one.
Not even in his top 10.
It's not. Then
No.
why do you keep
There's no
writing
way.
about watching
It's
it?
not even in my top 10. It's probably not in his top 20 even.
So why do you two keep telling me to watch it?
Because you see you like blockbusters, but you haven't seen F1.
But it's not even in your top 10.
It's
No,
number
but I do
11.
like it a lot.
You guys, I thought this whole time you guys wanted to win an Oscar. You're talking about it's not even in my top 10.
I think it could win for sound.
Maybe for sound.
Now I'm not watching it till 2027.
Oh my gosh!
Because you two, I thought you guys both loved it.
Did you like Gran Turismo?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm sorry.
I
I thought you said Gran Torino. My bad. No. Gran Torino. No.
I mean,
for the record, I rewatched F1 a couple days back. It's good. I like it. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, this sounds like how you felt about Superman.
No, I like it much better than Superman. For the record,
I'm not owning
you two both duped me, and I'm upset.
How did I dupe you? I said
you all year F1 when you're gonna watch
Marv. It's number 11, Marv.
You just said that just to get me to watch it. I don't want to hear it.
Of the 80 movies that I've seen,
you guys barely like it, and you try to get me to watch it.
What are you talking about? I have it on 4K.
Me too. We both own it on 4K.
I'm so hurt and offended.
And we watched it in theaters.
Yeah, that was a great theater experience. That's why I was pushing Marv to watch. I'm like, Marv,
you guys should have just seen how you act. Like, oh, F1, it's cool, but wow, I'm flabbergasted. I'm upset. I'm disgusted. You guys tried to get me to watch a movie that you guys barely
over here watching Predator Badlands like 3 times.
And I loved it. I loved it every time. It was
saying Michael Bay should direct the Blade Runner film.
Well, he should. I
Oh,
think
man.
that he should.
Let's see what the comment section. I'm very curious to see what everyone's saying about this. 2017 was an insanely good year for movies, up there with 2019 and 2022 for recent times. Yeah, it was a pretty amazing year, not gonna lie.
Good year.
Back then, I didn't know either what Blade Runner was or who Denis Villeneuve was, but I was incredibly blown away by his film. Such an all timer. Yeah, honestly, I don't blame you because I feel like at that point, Denis Villeneuve wasn't really a household name. I really do think it was the Dune films is what put him at on. Oh yeah, we know who Denis Villeneuve is, but before you get to that, he's done a lot of great films. Whereas the
I mean,
kids say that.
Prisoners is still my favorite of his.
That's
I
what.
think his best movie is Dune 2, and his second best movie is Arrival.
Really,
Hmm.
Prisoners is probably my favorite still as
Yeah.
well.
It
That's what
wouldn't
got
be
me to
it
know.
wouldn't be Tarantino's favorite because Paul Dano's on it.
He's such weak sauce, as he said. God.
Do you know that he's done real damage to his career by doing that?
Tarantino?
Hmm.
I don't blame him.
You don't
Sometimes hot takes shouldn't be spread to millions of people.
hold up. So you said you don't blame him?
No. I'm saying I don't. What you were saying, like how he's kind of soured on people. Like I don't blame them for that because it's such a weird take. We'll talk more about that though when we get to There Will Be Blood because thankfully somehow some way that did make our top 100 list. Thank
So you're
God.
saying it's a correlation between
Yeah,
the
I mean
two?
we'll talk about it more because it does relate to that film because I think Paul Dano is amazing in There Will Be Blood. I also think he's great in Prisoners with what he has to do in that film. I think he's a great actor. Just
What if, so for the sake of this live stream, what if he had said, "Oh, Denis Blade Runner 2049, Villeneuve, he ruined the movie. He's so overrated. I hate that guy. He's the worst director that we have right now. Go back to France." What would you say? And how
I
would
think
you
he's from
feel?
Canada,
Or wherever he's from. What would you say?
wherever he's from.
He could say anything. He's still gonna keep making movies,
Well,
and
how
Yeah.
would
Tarantino's
you
on the
guys
here.
feel? And do you think that it would probably like tarnish his career? Not his legacy. His legacy is in stone, but his career as it is right now. Because
I don't
it's
really think he has much of a career because remember he only has one more movie that he's planning to do, and then after that he's claiming he's just going to be writing books. So I think at this point in his life he doesn't really care because he knows he's going to be out pretty soon. That's my take at least.
that might be true.
I think
Sergey, what do you think?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood should have been his last movie.
Really? Why?
It feels
It
like
felt like a farewell to Hollywood.
Really?
It would have been a perfect like last film.
Really? You y'all
It was.
think so?
Yeah.
I mean it does feel like the end of an era.
I
Which is
feel like that's why he scrapped his other movie, The Critic, because it didn't feel like this epic movie like all of his other ones. Like, why would that be his last movie?
Well, maybe you know what I think his problem is, and then we can continue on. He has kind of not literally though, but kind of the James Gunn problem right now, which is he's talking too much. And I think because he's always talking about what he's going to do, what he won't do, I feel like it kind of he puts his foot in his mouth in terms of like, yeah, I'm gonna make the movie critic. It's gonna be about this porno mag and the whatever. Then he scrapped it. But have you remember he also scrapped the Hateful Eight.
yep
He just decided to do it again for
because it
I guess
leaks.
yeah, well, I forget how he because he did the line reading at some theater with the cast like a play, and the response of that got him to do it again. But that leaked and he was going to scrap that one, and he keeps talking and kind of I brought up James Gunn. They keep talking, just go away, go ahead and make your movie. Like Sergey said, just go, stop talking, start writing, and lock in and get focused. And I think when he made that movie, which I don't like, by the way, I don't like that movie that you guys just mentioned.
I know you don't. That's yeah, which is a
Yeah,
shame. But
I'll watch it again, but I don't like it. I love one thing about it, and that's the ending. And I'm sure you two can understand why. But
oh, it's a
um,
great ending.
great ending, great ending. But that last shot, man, it warmed my heart. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's a film. I'm way overdue to rewatch it. I've
Yeah.
seen it twice, and the last time was over 5 years ago. So I'm
I'll I'll
way
I'll
overdue.
I'll throw you in a solid, Chad. I'll throw you in a solid. I'll watch it with you.
You will?
I will.
Heck yeah! Come over this weekend then. Because I've been meaning to rewatch that film, and I own it on 4K, Chad's multiplex.
I have a couple conditions.
Oh boy, we have to watch it. We have to watch it in
You
five
have to
speed.
watch. You have to watch Best Man again.
No. Yeah, I
You have to
will
watch
tell
it
you
in
this
five
though.
times the speed. Have all the lights on.
No. My
2.0
conditions is
surround.
I choose the food dishes. Like I
Oh,
choose the food.
yeah, that's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I might slide
You
through
might
there.
not make it, Chad.
No, because I didn't expect them to say that. But I'll make it. I'll make it cool. I'll make it where it's kind of healthy, nothing too crazy. It's always best when everybody's happy. So I'll compromise and meet you in the middle.
Was that the only condition?
I have to add a movie to the list.
Oh dear God in heaven.
Double feature. We have to do a double feature.
Oh gosh, what's the double feature of this?
Well, I'll give you some options. Okay.
Okay, well, I do
It's
like
gotta,
options.
it's gotta have the Hollywood theme in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's mash them together.
That's fair. That's fair. Do you wanna go with that Hollywood theme?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, what are some of the options?
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Have you ever seen Bowfinger?
No, but that is on my list.
Bowfinger. That's
Ooh, it's on
familiar.
his list. I'm excited.
Is that an Austin Powers movie?
Mm-mm.
No, but it
Uh,
sounds like it, doesn't it?
it's with it's with
Steve Martin, right?
Steve Martin,
Okay.
Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
What's her name? Heather something. What's the hot babe from the '90s? Heather.
Heather Graham.
Huh? Who?
Heather
Locklear?
Graham.
Heather Graham. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Heather
She was
Graham.
in Boogie Nights, by the way.
When I tell you, Chad, this is a quintessential comedy. It is literally one of the greatest comedies ever written. Steve Martin deserves a lifetime achievement award on
Is
the
it as
Walk of
funny
Fame.
as Big Lebowski?
It's way funnier than that.
Oh, okay.
I
Now,
mean, it's the
now the
same
hype's
director who did Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. I do like that one.
okay. So might not be
It's
bad.
also Steve
So
Martin.
so hold up. So you agree to Bowfinger. You said that's on your list. So let's do that.
Well, what are some of the other options?
Hollywood theme, right?
Yeah.
Scream 3, because you've never seen it.
No, I have seen it.
You have?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
saw it. What was it? A year ago?
I thought you said you never saw it, so I'll nix that one.
I saw it.
In 5 years, he won't see it.
Oh gosh.
I
Steve,
saw.
go ahead, get it out, Chad.
Oh, I saw it last year. Wow.
You did?
Yeah, yeah.
What did you? What is
October
your
9th.
what was your quick thoughts on it?
It's pretty forgettable.
Really? I thought you were going to say terrible. I can
Yeah,
live with this.
no. Sergey and I have different thoughts on the Scream franchise. It's one of those things where for me, it's consistently entertaining-ish in the moment, and then a day later, I forgot about it. And if someone had a gun to my head and said, "Who's the killer of this one?" I would say, "I don't know. Was there a killer? I don't know."
So do you agree? I'm not sure if Blade Runner was. Let's assume that it is. Let's assume that it was put away. The Institute of uh, Arts and Sciences, where they retire movies, where they like classify them. You know what I'm talking about?
American Film Institute.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where they,
Of course, I've
where
seen all 100 of their movies, both the
so like
1998 edition and 2007.
I'm talking about the when they say a movie is culturally significant. You know what
Yeah,
I'm talking. All right, so let's assume Blade Runner is. If it is great, but
it
if
is.
it's not, okay. So let's say they have Blade Runner. Would you take Scream 1 to be retired as culturally significant or no? Not Scream 3, Scream 1.
Possibly. Maybe at the very tail of the list, but sure.
I think it would have to be, but I want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on it? Because even though I don't like this movie, well, I like 2049, the first one. I still understand that it deserves its place, to be celebrated.
Personally, especially since it's such a limited list, it's 100 movies. I wouldn't. like Scream, as much as I like, it's not a film that I would show in film classes saying like, hey, this is how you again, I'm saying like when I'm talking about that top 100 list, I think of like the films that I would show in like film class. That's not really one that I would show in a film class for me.
Scream isn't
250?
in this top
250 at
100 list, by
least?
the way.
What about a
Right?
top 250 list?
Well, top 250, maybe. I mean, it's not in my top 250. It's maybe in my top. It's maybe in my top 1,000-ish.
You have splintered my heart, dude.
I'm just being honest. I like Scream a lot, but
Look, right, mind you, I understand your personal reasons. Cool, but I feel like that movie. I feel like because now we've got to the point where that's a classic now. The same way this was hailed as a classic when I was young. We're at the point now where that movie is old enough where it's now can be deemed a classic.
A classic or a cult classic?
A classic, and it deserves the respect and admiration. It already has the admiration. It needs
no,
that.
it definitely does. I just think that, I mean, Wes Craven he's a beloved director, but if we're talking historically, I mean, that's the second satire of the horror genre that he did in the 90s. Like he did New Nightmare, which came out prior to that.
New Nightmare's not better than this.
Look, what I'm saying is that film, I mean, New Nightmare, I still enjoy it quite a bit. I do think it's flawed, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. But my point is that he has two films that are satirizing the horror genre. And if I were to see New Nightmare when it first came out and then I saw Scream, I probably would have still enjoyed Scream, but I would have been like, oh, so he's kind of doing what he did before. Slightly different. It works still, but I wouldn't have said like, oh my goodness, it's mind blowing the way that now I were to watch it. Like now I saw Scream first. New Nightmare I saw a couple months ago for the first time. So when I was watching it, I was thinking about it in that context of this came out years prior. So watch it with that mindset. So I say all that to say that I like Scream, but I personally wouldn't put it in my top 100 for important historical films.
Yeah, I would think Halloween probably.
Especially since that year Transpotting came out. And
If I had a chainsaw, I'd gut you.
I mean, that movie probably would make it for Chad before that.
yeah, if Marv were to say, hey, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, top 100 historically, important movie, I would be like, yeah, of course.
I think the same way you can put Texas and Halloween in there, you can put Scream for the 90s.
I mean, in terms of 90s, like when I think horror films, I think Silence of the Lambs, I know 7, it's kind of a gray area on if it's horror or not, but like 7 is pretty amazing.
7's not a horror movie.
Sixth Sense, now that I would deem, because you don't have to be a horror fan to love that film.
That's not what it's about. It's only about the cultural significance of it, and Scream is culturally significant.
I would even, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would even put Blair Witch Project over Scream, not in terms of quality, but in terms of importance. I think that Scream,
I personally can't agree with you. I can't agree with you over Scream. No, with Scream, sure.
Not in terms of quality. Because Scream I do have at a much higher rating, but in terms of importance, with what Blair Witch was able to do, I mean, Scream, what it was able to do was it was able to create a satirized horror comedy, which is cool. Blair Witch was something that, I mean, it changed marketing forever. It was something that it felt real when it came out and everything. So it's like in the moment, it was pretty important. And it's one of those things where you can show it, and it is very interesting to kind of break things down. All that to say, though, I don't know how we got here. But back to Blade Runner. Like Sergey, I didn't love it either upon first viewing, but rewatches made me appreciate it more and more. I can totally dig that. The only regret I have is watching this for the first time on a plane. Oh, man. It was a 12-hour flight. I was tired and busy, and the plane trailer for this looked tranquilizing enough for that. Oh, yikes. Yeah.
Might put you to sleep on the plane.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't blame you, man. Like, if I were to watch it that way, I would have, I probably would have fallen asleep, to be honest. Muzilla says, I was bored by it on first view. My expectations were probably too high based off of the original movie. That's fair.
They were expecting a Michael Bay film.
We're getting to those Michael Bay comments, by the way. Troy said, put it on, and needless to say, I didn't sleep the whole night. So enthralling and thought provoking. I stayed up pondering about it. Yeah, honestly, hours afterwards, when the film ended, I talked with my friend and his friend about the film. It's definitely a film that gets people talking. I remember recommending it to a bunch of people, showed it to several people, and I'll never forget watching it in theaters. I think it was the second time I had seen it, and I was working at UPS at the time, and I just gotten done a shift, like a long shift, and I immediately went to the theater and I watched Blade Runner 2049. And despite being super tired physically and mentally, saw it, loved it even more. So it's such a great film. Bootzilla coming in. Michael Bay would be horrible for a Blade Runner. Complete mismatch. Bay is fine with the dumbed down action movies, but Blade Runner is not his lane. Yeah, I kind of want to make a poll about this, to be honest with you. I'm just like curious.
I mean, Frank Miller is more suited, and he's not even suited for this.
Yeah, I feel like this material, it's definitely not for everyone. Frank Miller, yeah. I'm trying to think of other directors that.
I mean, Ridley Scott, obviously.
Yeah, Ridley Scott could. I'm trying to think of who else. Can't think of any off the top of my head. Can't articulate.
You think Christopher Nolan could have?
I don't think so, personally.
No.
And that's nothing against him. It's just that he, and again, I'm saying this as someone that loves Nolan. He is someone that does like having quite a bit of dialogue. And I don't know. I think that I can see that scene of Kay just walking around. I could see that scene being a lot different, where there's like dialogue overlapping with that. I don't know. I love Nolan, I do, but I don't think he would have been suited.
It would definitely be a much different edited film.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. And again, I love Christopher Nolan, and I mean, literally the year that this came out with Dunkirk, he did prove that he can do films that have like a more emphasis on visual storytelling. But I don't know. I really don't think his sensibilities would have worked here. I'm trying to think off the cuff what director would have. I'm going to cheat right now. I'm going to go to my hundreds of directors that I've done.
You think David Lowery would do well?
I think he would, except the problem is that he still hasn't made it big, if you will. So he would get like a small budget. They would have given him like 10 million. Honestly, and this is something that you guys are going to kill me for. I honestly could have seen like Terrence Malick directing it.
I mean, there's a lot of narration.
Well, in terms of like the visuals, like the emphasis on visual storytelling, I could see that being something where it's like, okay, yeah, let's see this happen. But narration wise, I feel like we would have known right away if he had narration that he was basing it off of the theatrical cut and not the final cut, because that is something that I forgot to mention. Villeneuve has been on record as saying that this is in line more with the final cut. So if you were to watch any of the versions prior, you would want to watch the final cut going into this one, because if you were to watch the theatrical cut, you'd probably be a little confused. Like, wait a minute, this over reliance on narration isn't in this one. What's going on like with the sequel? But yeah, I would say like maybe Terrence Malick. Michael Mann, I feel like some of his vibes could have done that, but even then, I feel like at this point in his life, I don't know if he would have been well suited with the material. Again, it's very difficult to find a director that is suited for this material. That's right. So we don't see any of that smart in Michael Bay's movies. Sergey throwing some shade. No, Michael Bay is one of the best directors when it comes to focusing on dumb characters. It's a gift. It really is.
I mean, in this day and age where people can't just stay off their phones, maybe that's the kind of movies we need, or at least Netflix type movies. He should be thriving in that.
Well, he's not enough for them either, because after 6 Underground, he kind of like went belly up.
He went underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he has any movies coming out, right, Marv? Or am I-
That really hurt him, and I don't know why. Because it ain't like it bombed at the box office when it came on Netflix. But after that, he didn't make a movie again. I don't think.
That movie, I felt like I had a seizure, honestly.
I like that movie. I mean, it's not good, but I liked it for what it was. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to look at.
I mean, he's got some Sega arcade game that he's maybe working on.
I think
Or
that
like,
I think Michael Bay, his problem is that he hasn't adapted to what's going on around him. It's not just him; it's a couple other people too who's been doing this for a long time. And because he's so, I guess, too big to fail in that regard, that when that movie, I guess, wasn't a success for whatever reason, he just couldn't put together a package. He could Nobody sought him out, and he didn't have anything to offer. And I think he's kind of been in limbo. I mean, he's
Guys,
60 years.
Marv's forgetting about the film that he said I was going to hate, and I ended up liking so much that I have it on 4K.
what?
It's the film where you get to hear Jake Gyllenhaal says he has
Oh,
gentleman.
Ambulance. I didn't like that movie though.
Oh, I love Ambulance. I was just thinking about that one, but I don't know when that came out.
That came out in 2021.
Okay.
I remember because I was going to see it in theaters, and you were like, Chad, you're not going to like it. If you didn't like Six Underground, you're not going to like it. I'm like, I still want to check it out. Like, it's Michael Bay, it's an auteur. And immediately I'm like, okay, I dig this. I'm
Was
like,
it Michael Bay or was it Jake Gyllenhaal? Really? Let's be real here.
I mean, I do like the directing in that movie. Like, I think that it's very propulsive, and there are some insane moments in that movie that I don't think I'll ever forget. Like that whole doing a doing a surgery while there's a 65-mile-an-hour car chase going on, while they're calling doctors and watching YouTube tutorials. Like, it's insane. It's utter insanity.
I'll
And
put you this way.
I understand why some people wouldn't like it. I understand why you don't like it. But for me, I was on the movie's wavelength of insanity, and I'm like, you go for it, dude. Just go for it.
No, that movie is incredible. I will say it has a terrible ending. That is the one thing that I'll say about it. But it is awesome. It is awesome from start to finish. It is just pitch perfect. It's a shame they ruined the last 5 minutes. But other than that, we're talking like A+ material. I love
Better
the
than Blade
acting.
Runner 2049 is what he's saying.
I have Blade Runner as a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Oh, that's awesome. I was gonna say, well, we get to all the other comments, but I guess we could do ratings. I have 2049 as a 5 out of 5. Marv, you said you have it as a 5 out of 5.
You can look at it if you want.
I believe you. Is that a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Sorry, what's your rating?
I'm still at 4.5 out of 5.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's still really good.
I wanted to
I'm
give it
not
that
the biggest
rating.
fan of Jared Leto. Or at
I'll
least
be honest, I liked his scenes the most.
Okay. I mean, I think it might be his second best performance that I've seen. The first, of course, being Requiem for a Dream.
Well, what about whatever happened to Dallas Buyers Club?
He's solid in that. I don't think he should have won Best Supporting Actor, but he was solid in that. Honestly,
How did he ruin his career? What happened?
movie choices and being a part of cult. It's a long story.
He's a part of a cult?
Yeah, yeah, we could talk about it afterwards. It's a long story.
Okay.
It's a lot. I think not quite Ezra, kind of like Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, I know why he did that was just a disaster. That's sad. No, it's not even sad. That's dumb. That is just dumb.
They done messed up. Bootzilla, I liked F1. It's in my top 10 this year. That's fair. I enjoyed it a lot. Marv says I'm being a fraud, but I enjoyed it a lot. I think Marv would too if he gives it a chance. I think he would
I'm
like
going
it.
to. I have my free Apple trial, so I'm gonna watch that soon.
Let's go. Bootzilla, Sicario is my favorite Disney masterpiece. Yeah, I love Sicario. I forget, do you guys like Sicario?
I need to revisit it. I remember it was my least favorite of his.
I'll rewatch
He has
it.
a pretty fantastic career so far. I don't think he's made any bad movies. Well, I haven't seen all of them, but
Oh, I can't wait to show you Incendies.
yeah,
That movie is amazing. That's what got him the role in Prisoners. Like, because that was such a big international success, and think it got a Best International Feature nomination at the Oscars. So 3 years later, he then did Prisoners. The Tricent. I think I saw a Tarantino interview where he said he'd be happy if Once Upon a Time was his last movie. He said he knew it felt very much like his swan song. 100%. Honestly, the nice thing about that film is that it kickstarted so many people's careers. If you like look at the cast, I'm excited to rewatch that film because I liked it a lot both times that I saw it. And it's also hilarious. Honestly, it'd be kind of fitting to rewatch it too, Marv, because the sequel / spinoff is coming out next year with your favorite director.
Who?
David Fincher.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Oh my goodness. One of the greatest filmmakers. Not gonna watch it. By the way, the one that Michael Bay would always follow around in like
and he treated him like he was, a nut, basically. It's sad. Yeah, it means it's not a nice term, pretty much. So he liked him a lot.
Bootzilla, you're being too nice, Chad. Scream 3 is terrible.
Yeah, I gave it 2 out of 5.
Bootzilla's calling you out. You guys let Marv get in those tangents way too long.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's very interesting to see your stream of consciousness. That's why earlier I was like, wait, how did we get from Blade Runner to what was we were talking? Oh yeah, we're talking about Scream, and I was like, how did we get here?
Oh,
saying the Scream should have been in this top 100 instead of Blade Runner.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. I was saying that should Scream be looked at as culturally significant, like Blade Runner, not like the same quality movie, just
Hey, look at it this way. It could be worse. Birth of a Nation could still be in their top 100. Just saying. It's not anymore.
Was that ever in? That was in there?
Yeah, in 1998. So when they redid it in 2007, that got removed, and the director's, I think it was later film, replaced it. What was his later film? It was the one that inspired Babylon. I forget off the top of my head, but much better than Birth of a Nation.
Okay.
Bootzilla, I think Alex Garland could direct a Blade Runner movie.
Marv's
other favorite director.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing what is it, Ex Machina, I could see it. Especially since the ending of the first movie kind of reminded me of Ex Machina.
Yeah, Ex Machina was also, I think, a game changer for me. I mean, we'll of course talk about that in that separate video, but that was something that also changed me, that film, because that came out the year before Blade Runner 2 years before Blade Runner 2049, but a year before Westworld. So it was another film that morphed my view in terms of like sci-fi.
You're watching all the Android movies.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. Like Android films in the sci-fi genre, I think are just really appealing to me because of just how it tackles the human condition and how it's something that so many different people do.
Did you watch iRobot at the same time too?
No, I did grow up with that, and I did watch it recently. It's okay. It's not my favorite Alex Proyas film. That would go to Dark City. Spoiler alert for my video. Maybe Gareth Edwards, but we need some fantastic writing to help him.
No, I don't see that.
Hey, at least it's not Paul Feig that he's saying. Hack, fraud, Feig. Just kidding. Just kidding, Marv, as always. So we talked in our Blade Runner discussion about the whole replicant discussion. So I'm going to put the spoiler warning now. Let us discuss. After watching Blade Runner 2049, did you guys view on if Deckard is a replicant change at all?
No, it only further validated that was the case.
Yeah, I mean, kind of can't argue with it because I think too much evidence suggests that he might be.
I think they needed to leave that behind, and because it was focusing on something else at that point, that they needed to address that issue to move forward.
So my my thing with the whole argument is, I know, Sergey, you're not a fan of Jared Leto's character, but that whole discussion that he has at the end with Deckard, I think, is tiptoeing around the answer on if he is or isn't. And I think also just kind of further proves that either way, it's still a miracle that happens, which I want to discuss. So I remember the marketing for this film heavily being an emphasis on the action spectacle, but it doesn't really dive into the nitty gritty of what the actual story is, other than there's a mystery at the center of it. So when it turns out that Rachel was pregnant, that was pretty amazing that they didn't advertise that at all, and the heady themes that were tackled didn't get discussed at all in the trailers. And I think that it's very smart because that bombshell, it's incredible either way. Like whether Deckard is a human or not, it's still very thought provoking. I mean, because if Deckard is a human, that means he was able to impregnate a replicant. If he was a replicant, then that's also still amazing because it's something that reproductive between two replicants is something that actually happened for the first time. So either way, I mean, that's a pretty, I think, fascinating, what's it called, plot point. And to further that, all this is following a character, Agent K, played by Ryan Gosling, who Marv and I had a brief discussion earlier that I wanted to address. Marv, what did you say about Ryan Gosling?
About Ryan Gosling or Agent K?
Agent K, yeah. Well, Ryan Gosling's performance as Agent K.
Oh, I just didn't think it was engaging. I thought he was boring. I like Ryan Gosling as a whole, but I just kind of found him to be just stoic and emo and just kind of just there, looking like whatever. He was like an audience surrogate. I found everybody else besides him interesting. Like I would rather spend time with his boss, Batista, Jared Leto, Harrison Ford, uh, anybody. Anna De Armas. I would have spent the entire movie with anybody else other than him.
So here's the interesting thing, and I know I touched on this, Marv, earlier when we were having that discussion. That's by design because think about it. The name that he takes up is Joe. The phrase average Joe is something that in American culture, at least, is pretty popular because it means that nothing is really special about them. So you're following an average Joe going about doing his everyday life, and he comes across this mystery, this unraveling of information that will change the very fabric of not only his reality, but the reality that is of the entire world. And he is going about it in a way that is very diplomatic, but then also at the same time enlightening because by the end, he's able to introduce a father to his daughter for the first time. And for me, that was very amazing because he died to the same music that Roy did in the original. And if you think about it, both characters are individuals that they didn't live for that long, but the time that they did, they had such an impact on one person, that one person being, um, Decker, and how nobody's really going to remember them. How just like Tears in the Rain, it's going to disappear. But at the same time, they changed people. So I thought that was very fascinating, personally. But I wanted Sergey's take on all that.
I agree with that. He's also not a human character, so yeah, he would, both of them are very fitting characters for that. I think he's challenging. He's also challenging what it means to be human, and he's fascinated by that subject. I thought he was a fascinating character. I don't know why you didn't like him, Marv.
Just just very I don't know. He just didn't seem to be interesting to me at all. Every all his scenes with Ana de Armas, I thought were pretty touching, but I thought she brought the warmth. She brought the energy. I just felt like Agent K just was kind of like an empty slate. Like I didn't like Deckard too much. I liked him a little bit, but I don't think he was the most interesting part of Blade Runner. However, I liked him Wow.
Marv, let's get back to the Ana de Armas scenes though.
What about him?
What you're saying is a clear directing choice. Like she lights up his environment.
I
She
know that. I get that part. I just don't like his performance in the movie.
Yeah, but think about what that's trying to like contrast. Loneliness.
I
When
get it.
she's not around, he's lonely.
I get it. He's lonely. He
So
doesn't.
think about it, if he was like this interesting person, and everything, and then she came on screen, that wouldn't convey that. It would just be like, oh wow, it's Ana de Armas. Like, oh, it's awesome. It wouldn't be like, oh wow, like this is someone that everybody that he's around doesn't respect him just because of how he was made, how he is, and then he literally has to buy happiness, like quite literally through a company that is selling that.
And he has to get upgrades to make her more lifelike. And even later, he's like with the what's her name? I forget her name, but the prostitute.
Oh yeah, what's her name? Let me go quickly to IMDb.
Chris.
No, 2049.
Mm.
Not Joy. It is Sylvia Hooks. Mackenzie Davis. Yeah,
Okay.
Marietta.
Yeah, so he's trying to get like that human touch, or he's trying to interact with Joy because he can't really. She's like a hologram. He can't really do anything with her. He's challenging his own like life. He's just trying to get more in tune with the human side, or try to figure that out, what that means to be human himself.
Mm.
And I feel like it's why he also is always exploring, reading and just really trying to push himself, while at the same time having a job where he's in some ways attacking his own. I mean, that's
Well, when you discover stuff that's like from the other world or from the past, like the wood is no longer, something that you can get. It's like a very scarce, I guess, artifact at this point. There are no trees anywhere.
right.
So, him discovering that is like, what is this? This is like breaking his reality. He has to explore what this means, what is out there. Like, what is a lie to him? Like, this is something that was kept from me almost. Like, what else am I missing that I didn't know before?
And in some ways, Marv's not going to like this, but in some ways, it's also someone that lived his world in like a very black and white lens. And over the course of the film, it slowly became more and more gray, where it's like, yeah, I'm a police officer, but at the same time, with what I'm representing, there's a lot of things that are being kind of swept under the rug just to keep the peace and not really, give replicants rights and everything. I think it's very fascinating. I mean, by the end, he was able to make his own choices and have an impact on people. And again, how just an average Joe can also be a hero at the same time. I refuse to believe that it was like a coincidence that they named him Joe. Like, I 100% think that was something that was by design because of what I was mentioning earlier. By the way, we have a couple comments. Let's see. Bootzilla. Okay. Bootzilla says, I think that was Gosling's character was supposed to be that way. Stoic and kind of boring, I thought. Yeah, like he's supposed to be stoic.
He's a programmed like android. He's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but I just didn't like it.
We always play this game, as you know, Sergey. How would you have directed it, Marv? Marv Yola's in the seat. What would you have done? Let's see. Let's go.
I don't know if I would have taken the angle of the Agent K character. Well, actually, no, I probably would keep him, but he wouldn't be the star. I would make the main character Batista.
The one who dies off in 15 minutes?
No, I would change. I would change that whole dynamic. He doesn't kill him in the beginning. He attacks him, and then he's running from him the entire movie.
What is this, a Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
It's Batista doing what he said he always wanted to do, and do like a real performance. And he is the one that does the thing. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but he is the guy who, I guess, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's the main character. He's the emotional engine
I
of the
think
story.
but Dave Bautista's, the very few lines that he says were pretty like important in the movie, in which they kept repeating throughout.
Listen, you guys asked, I told you. Listen, what I would do different.
Do
Dave
you like
Bautista,
Drive, by the way?
huh?
Do you like Drive? The Ryan
Drive is
Gosling?
okay. I used to watch it a lot. It's okay.
Because he has a very similar performance.
I don't like him in
He's
that
very
movie either.
quiet.
He's not the reason.
Drive is in our top 100, by the way. So
I've seen Drive plenty of times. I used to watch it every day because I used to love its score so much.
I mean, Ryan
But
Gosling's performance in that reminds me of him.
but it's the same problem. I don't think I was like, what is this? But I like Ryan Gosling. I just think that he robbed himself of his natural charisma. But Drive is an okay movie. I think it's good. It's good production values. It was made great. I don't like his performance in that either. I don't like his character in that either. Same thing.
You don't like quiet characters.
I don't
Quiet
like
characters.
I don't like characters who just are just they're in frame walking and not talking, and then they talk. Yeah.
thank God we don't have
Okay.
any Andrei Tarkovsky movies on this list because Marv would hate it.
Thank God. If you know I would hate it, then thank God.
Oh no! I mean Tarkovsky's a genius, but his
We don't
films.
have any of his movies in the top 100, unfortunately.
Oh, if you know I
Yeah,
would
I
hate it, then
think
thank God.
I think Sergey, you and I would have had a difficult time.
I probably would have put in Stalker in here.
Oh yeah, Stalker's amazing. That's a great film.
Mm.
That Marv, if you were to mention that being in top 100 of like historical, that I would say 100%. Butilla says the reason I said Gareth Edwards is because he's done these kind of movies before with The Creator and Rogue One. He would just need some serious help. Yeah, I agree. I have a lot of friends who like this movie, but when asked why, most of them only have one answer: Ana de Armas. Welcome to the Marv Club. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Marv.
Did they see the one with Ben Affleck? They probably like that one too.
Marv would like that one too.
Which
I mean,
one
I
is that?
forget. It's one that they were dating. I forget what movie that was. Something water. Dark water, deep water.
No, that sounds like it's trash.
It wasn't good.
It sounds like the Housemaiden.
Right. Well, The Housemaid has a 92% audience score, 76% critic score. It's a hit.
Certified Oscar film right there.
I didn't say Oscar.
Change the world, Marv.
I didn't say Oscar film. I just said the audience loves it. The critics like it.
Hey, audiences love Marty Supreme as well.
I didn't diss Marty Supreme. You dissed The Housemaiden.
Did you see Marty Supreme?
No, I did not.
Marv, I'll see The Housemaiden if
he's not gonna like it.
If you see Marty Supreme.
I'm okay.
All right. I guess treadmill it is.
The movie was Deep Water from 2022.
I never heard of it. I never heard of that.
One of my friends whose favorite film is Blade Runner 2049, though, when I told him the story I'm writing, he said it sounds very much like this movie. That's honestly a huge compliment because 2049 has a pretty great story. And I don't think it gets discussed enough with what it's tackling and how it's very interesting. Wanted to also mention, I think it was amazing with how I was able to subvert expectations because I don't know about you guys, but even though up to the point I knew there wasn't going to be that much action, when they mentioned about how they were getting the army together, I did think that there was going to be kind of a showdown, like an updated version of how the replicants were going to fight the humans because they were setting that up. But then it was like, no. We're teasing that's going to be years and years down the line. What it actually is just a little skirmish. Two replicants, top of their line, fighting each other, and then you get the touching scene between a father being reunited with his daughter. It's perfect. Yeah. Bootzilla, one more. Alfonso Cuarón. Okay, you sold it.
Yeah,
a lot of long takes, wide range of cinema. Yeah, Alfonso Cuarón is amazing. One of my favorites. So yeah, I'd say what I'm writing takes the primary inspiration from 2049. Honestly, you can't go wrong with that then. That's awesome to hear, man. Also, Godzilla says, looking forward to seeing Marty Supreme. I'm very much still looking forward to hear what you have to say about it, man. I think that you'll like it. I don't know why Marv doesn't want to see it, but it's definitely a film that If you like film as an art form, it's pretty impressive. It's shot on 35 millimeter. Timothy Chalamet's coming for that Oscar. Could see him win.
Yeah.
And it's also a box office success.
It is.
It's pretty amazing. I would not have thought that movie would be, but I am flabbergasted. I'm so happy. And a lot of people I know that have seen it are like, yeah, I love it. 4.5, 5 stars. Best title sequence of the year?
I mean, I still have to say that part, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah. I just want to see Marv's reaction during the title sequence. Like,
he's going to walk out within 5 minutes.
All right. Do you guys have any more spoilers to discuss?
Not really.
No. I will just say I am sad that they shot Rachel, the replicant of Rachel, and what I'm assuming is the replicant heaven that Jared Leto occupies. I was very sad to see her shot like that, and I don't know why he had to do that. He could have just ordered her away. That
It
made me
wasn't
sad.
really her.
I
it was
know.
You could just make another 100 of her if you wanted to.
But that not, it's not his Rachel, but that was.
I mean, the whole
somebody's
point was
Rachel.
to test Deckard's character. She didn't really serve much of any other purpose.
Yeah,
But-
and also Marv, keep in mind that Jared Leto's character is like super rich, so he doesn't have that mindset of trying to conserve things. It's more so like destroy.
I get it. It still just made me sad. I was actually really sad when I saw that.
I get that.
Testing Deckard, he's trying to evoke an emotion out of him. I mean, it felt appropriate.
Also, best use of de aging yet, I would say. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, because she does not look
pretty
the same.
amazing, honestly. I would say.
yeah.
It is amazing because she does not look like that anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think also the fact that it was sparingly used. So when it happened, I mean, I remember when I saw it, I didn't even know it was de aging. Like when I saw Rogue One, I knew immediately, but I wasn't really sure. Like I was kind of wrapping my head around. I'm like, I don't think the actress looks like that anymore. I wonder how they did it. And then afterwards, I found out that she looks a lot different, and she did stand in and everything. They had the dots and everything, but they did a really good job of post production. So it very well deserved of best visual effects. And I think 8 years later, it's aged gracefully.
I mean, I'm glad that they made like a replicant of her just for Deckard to see, the young version of her kind of get that emotional connection with her. Because he hasn't seen her, in years.
Exactly. And something like that would be extremely touching, where it's like this person that I haven't seen in decades is now right in front of me.
And then she gets killed.
How would I react?
I'd be like, babe, I miss you. Let's leave.
Now, before we end, I am curious about you guys in terms of your thoughts. Blade Runner 2099. Apparently, it is scheduled to premiere on Amazon Prime in 2026, next year.
It's a movie or a TV show?
TV show by Amazon. Are we excited? Are we not? What are your guys' thoughts?
I'm not excited. I'm not
On
excited
the
at
ball
all.
with TV shows.
I'm not excited, but I will watch it.
Is it going to be a episode to episode like director, or is it like one consistent director?
Let's see. I'm looking right now. It looks like there's not enough information, so I'm gonna assume.
Not a good sign.
I'm gonna assume it's multiple directors, which can work. I mean, Breaking Bad was multiple directors, but ideally,
it's a big enough world that they can do a lot with. They just need to develop a separate story that doesn't relate to Deckard, possibly. Maybe slightly hinting at it, but they need to have their own story. They can't be doing like a Star Wars thing with the whole Skywalker saga.
yeah, and I don't think they will, because it's 50 years after. So I think the fact that 2040, my apologies, 2099 is 50 years later, I think it's long enough to where we might get an inkling or two of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I actually would like some homage, but it has to be its own story.
And I feel like they can earn it where it's little inklings, because I think that's what's great about Blade Runner 2049 is that there are homages, but it's one of those things where it's sprinkled here and there. So when it does happen, it feels earned as opposed to remember this, remember this.
I just wonder, is it going to be still philosophical, or are we going to go straight to just like action?
I'm going to assume still philosophical. I mean, the cast is pretty good. You have Tom Burke, who he was in like Furioso, Only God Forgives. I'm trying to think what else he's been in that you guys have seen. Oh, he was in Black Bag. He was in Mank. He played Orson Welles in Mank.
Okay.
So I like him. Michelle Yeoh is also going to be in it. Hunter
Oh,
Schafer, Marv's girlfriend.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It could be good. I mean, I'll definitely watch it, which is going to sound funny because it's technically because of the IP as to why I'm watching it. But I'm also just very curious to see what a TV series will look like for this, because I was skeptical on the sequel. It turned out to be a masterpiece.
So why would you give this the green light, but when it comes to like Dune Prophecy, you didn't watch it?
I think Dune Prophecy, it was more so just that I was going to watch it with my wife, and we just never got around to it. I mean, we're still on Sopranos season 4, episode 1, so it's like slow watching. So something like this, I mean, she's not the biggest fan of the Blade Runner film, so I know I'll be watching it by myself. So I'll have more of a want to watch it week to week, as opposed to the person that I watch Dune with isn't really, we're not seeking it out week to week. So it's like,
So is that come and gone, and you're not watching that?
I'll probably watch it eventually, but I don't know. It's one of those things where Blade Runner, both films are in my top 100. The Dune films I love, but I don't know. An episodic format, I don't know. I mean, it's the same thing with the It films. I think the It films are the first one I thought was solid. The second one I don't like. So It, Welcome to Derry, I just haven't watched. I've heard it's great. Just haven't watched. Like I said, I'm weird when it comes to TV shows that are from a film brand. So in this case with Blade Runner 2099, I know it's been in the works for a long time. I know that Ridley Scott is producing it. I like the cast, and I'm curious if it's going to work in terms of a TV show. So it's more of like the curiosity. And also the fact that it's been 8 years as opposed to Dune when Prophecy came out, which was what, 2 years ago? A year ago. It was like right after Dune Part 2. So it was like, a lot of reasons.
Kind of like with the John Wick films when they made the TV show.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good example. I love the John Wick films. I haven't seen The Continental. I said I was going to watch it. I still haven't watched it. It's not out of spite. I just haven't watched it.
It's too much content.
Too many TV shows. Yeah, it's overwhelming. Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I write stuff down. And if I don't, then
I'm going to try that so I can help me.
It does. I mean, like right now, I'm realizing that I'm going to have to come across some more TV shows, like maybe The Morning Show, because I'm almost done Severance season 2, and then what was the other show? Oh, Pluribus. I have the finale to watch, and then I'm caught up. But I only have like a month left of my free trial to Apple. So I'm
is Severance living up to the expectation?
It is good to solid-ish. It's
Okay.
I respect it a lot. Not loving it so far, but I like it.
Okay.
So, but again, I see why a lot of people love it. Oh, here we go. Tristan says, I don't know. To be honest, I have the same feelings for Blade Runner 2099 as I do for Dune Prophecy with that franchise. That's fair. And ironic because Sergey brought up Dune Prophecy. Yep, same, I'm afraid. Or that Alien TV show.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It was consistently okay-ish to solid. I honestly kind of forgot about it until just now.
It's funny because when it first came out, there was so many hype reviews for it.
Yeah, then it just kind of went off a cliff.
Yeah.
Like nobody talks about it. I forgot about it too until just now.
It's a lot with TV shows now. It's not that they're bad or anything. It's just this is overwhelming.
Yeah, it is. I'll give you that. I mean, because we don't just have streaming services now. We have bundles, and then you have like, yeah, you want to watch the show, you got to get this bundle. Just like,
Yeah.
I think my brain just at a certain point just, all right, I'm out. It still shows that I want to watch that I still haven't seen because there's just so much to think about.
Yeah, it's a lot. And it's one of those things too where like HBO, those are usually my go-to shows, but every now and then I'll be like, oh, I want to check out this show, and it's on this streaming service. It's like, okay, so now I gotta briefly have this one. Okay. And it's like, oh, now I gotta briefly have this one. Okay. And it's not like with films where I can just say, oh yeah, I'll get it out at the library, because a lot of TV shows don't even make it to physical media. So I don't really have that as an option. It's more of like, okay, I got to watch it ASAP then, I guess.
Well, that was like when I was watching that show on AMC, Turn Washington Spies. That's a pretty good show, by the way. That came out on Blu-ray, and then they stopped releasing it. It just came out on DVD the rest of the seasons.
Fargo did that too, unfortunately.
So now I'm just stuck owning one season.
Fargo, I only own the first 2 seasons because season 3 and 4 were on DVD, and I'm like, okay, like
Sell your Blu-ray, get the DVD.
I'm like, what happened here? That's why, as much as Marv and I talk about like Westworld and we have difference of opinions on the show as a whole, it is pretty awesome that all 4 seasons got 4K releases. Like the odds of that happening nowadays are quite slim, so it's awesome. Tristan, I already forgot about the alien show. LOL, Bootzilla. Yeah, I mean, I think I gave it a passing rating, but
I'm glad I didn't waste any more time on that. 2 episodes was enough.
Yeah, I think you got the gist. I mean, it's one of those things where I like the Alien franchise, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think they looked at with the movies that we don't need a series, unless they're going to do something completely different.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem right now with that franchise, is that the wheels are kind of spinning around between Alien, Romulus, and now this. So we'll see.
It's
we'll see
IP. How much money can we make from this?
Tristan says, "All right, I'm going to go, gang. Happy New Year to y'all. It's good hearing you from you, man. I'll of course listen to you off to the side, and yeah, Happy New Year." Marv, it looks like is off screen, but
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here?
Yeah.
Marv. Our next live stream won't be until 2026. The next video, it will be, let's see, drum roll, please. Casino Royale. Casino Royale made the list. Skyfall did not. Oh, well, I guess.
Well, what's wrong with Casino Royale?
Nothing.
It has your boy Mads Mikkelsen in there.
It does. No, I love Casino Royale.
And Ava Green is in there. How are you going to hate on that?
That's why Mark gave it a 5 out of 5. No, I was just, the other night I was looking, I'm like, I mean, I'm not complaining we have Casino Royale, but I'm like, Skyfall. I'm like, what?
There is no Skyfall without Casino Royale.
That's
true.
Of
course. There's no Casino Royale without Batman Begins.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was on this list.
Yeah. No, I was just surprised Skyfall didn't make the list. But I think, to be fair, I think the reason why that one didn't make our top 100 was because it wasn't in either of your twos, and it's not in my top 100. Like, it's in my top 250. But
so where is Casino Royale on your list?
Not my top 250. But I still love it. I still love the movie. When I was doing my top 250, though, I was trying to decide between those two. And I just went with Skyfall. I'm like, Skyfall has the luxury of changing me as a person. Casino Royale, it took me several viewings to fully appreciate. But
I mean, if you watch the last James Bond film and where that was as a franchise, and you watch Casino Royale, I mean, it's just a much more impressively made film and just completely changed the tone of the James Bond films.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Batman and Robin, going from that to then
Batman
Begins. It's such a big upgrade. Honestly, part of me does want to watch the original Casino Royale. I've heard it's so different and that it's insane because it was.
Is that the Woody Allen one?
No. Apparently, Casino Royale, the '67 version, was like 5 directors and like 10 writers. So think of it as like the modern day MCU movie.
Don't think that's like an official James Bond film.
Casino Royale?
Yeah. The original?
Yeah, it came out in 1960.
1967?
Yeah.
Who's the... I mean, okay. I don't think it was officially considered a James Bond film.
Yeah, it's based on Casino Royale by Ian Fleming.
I mean, I've seen all of them. I haven't seen this one. As I was going through the different actors that played James Bond, I totally missed this one. David,
Now I think I gotta watch this once. That way, it's like day and night because I've heard this movie is so zany and like over the top.
I mean, the Roger Moore films kind of are too, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm excited to talk James Bond though with next live stream. So we have Casino Royale. So in terms of our next three that we have Casino Royale, Children of Men, and then the film that will finally make Marv a film buff, Citizen Kane.
He's gonna hate
Damn
that
it.
movie.
Marv, that is when you will get your certified check. It will be a stimulus check for movie buffs.
Nah. Well, I mean, I can't say that because I wanted to watch it. But the fact that you said it like that, now I'm scared.
No, there's like 5 films that every movie buff they say has to watch. And I'm saying this as like when I was 16, it was like known as that. Let's see if I get it right. Lawrence of Arabia, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Blade Runner, Citizen Kane, Godfather. I believe that those are the 5.
I've seen those.
Not,
Except
not,
this one.
not yeah. I was gonna say that. Now you'll get your movie buff stimulus check.
Get your, Trump's favorite movie out of the way.
We 100% will talk about that and the irony of that because some people like to believe that film and politics aren't interwoven, but art and politics are. And this film in particular, very much so, was very political when it came out. But then again, as some people would say, movies got political like 5 years ago. So what do I know? Though I'm not into film history or anything.
I will say that you have to be patient with that movie.
Yeah, I feel like I should show Marv.
No.
Scene by scene playbook.
I don't want you to show it to me. I'll watch it by myself.
I mean, the first question you're going to say is like, why is this being told this way? But it serves a purpose.
I'll watch it.
It serves a purpose, especially with the ending.
Yes.
Well,
honestly, the fact that he doesn't know what it's about is going to be even better in terms of like the ending.
I'm about to Google it.
Just think you're watching Tenet, where the first hour you don't know what the hell is going on, and then
I'm going to Google what it's about.
Marv, go into it blind. Come on now.
I'm gonna Google it. That way I can at least know what I'm getting myself into.
Honestly, I didn't know anything about Citizen Kane going into it, and that was honestly the best way for me.
I mean, I saw spoofs of it, but it still didn't really connect, what they were parodying until after I seen the movie.
Brazil says, I love Casino Royale, my favorite Craig Bond film. Happy New Year, fellas. Be safe.
Happy New Year.
Volkswagen Joe 18 is in the chat. Good to hear from you, man. I still have 2 more episodes of Stranger Things before Wednesday. I'm looking forward to seeing the finale in theaters. Marv will not be at our showing, though, unfortunately.
I'll be there.
Well, at 9 o'clock. 67 film is a spy parody film. Yeah. I know that's the only other Casino Royale, though.
There's one with Woody Allen.
There is?
Yeah.
How many Casino Royales are there?
Well, it's not a Casino Royale film, but it was another James Bond parody. I think it was Woody Allen.
Huh.
I just sworn it was.
Well, according to Screen Rant, there are 3 Casino Royale adaptations. Casino Royale 1967, a spoof of spy movies. Casino Royale 2006. Where's the third one?
Have you seen any of the Roger Moore films?
I don't think so. Wait a minute. Apparently, there was a 1954 Casino Royale adaptation, but it was critically panned for its cheap production value, slow pace, and inability to garner public attention. But it looks like it's very difficult to find. It was on VHS and DVD, but okay, so I guess the quote unquote official version is the 67 version. But even that apparently is a parody of the genre. So I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know.
It's not official, so I mean that's why I never watched it.
I mean, I am kind of curious to see what a 10-writer movie would look like.
I mean, Orson Welles is in it.
Yeah, I do love Orson Welles.
Peter Sellers. I hope he's not pulling the Peter Sellers look in that one movie where he's playing a Japanese guy with giant buck teeth.
Oh, are you talking about Mickey Rooney and Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yeah.
That was wild. All right, but yeah, we got those next live streams for next several weeks. Stay tuned, guys, for January, and Happy New Year. We'll see you guys in the new year.